My name is Dr. Tolu and I'm here to talk to you about 5 reasons why you are not losing weight. I've done videos in the month of August, videos that talked about, calories, what calories are, why calories, understanding calories is important, the roles that your calories have to play in, your goal to lose weight or your goal to gain weight. I've also talked about, empty calories. I've talked a lot about, what you need to do regarding your diet to lose weight or gain weight. Now, today I'll be talking about weight loss, but this time around I'll be talking about 5 common things that people do that, stop them from losing the weight that they want to lose or burning fat, right? And these things, they are quite common. They happen a lot, and some of them happen without us even being aware, especially like the first point that I'm going to mention. So guys, sit back, listen to what I have to say. If you like what I have to say, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this video with those that who need this information. So let's begin. The number 1 reason why a lot of people don't lose weight, when you think about it, it is that they eat too much, right? You eat more food than you actually need to. I will be exploring this in 2 different ways, right? The first is, you're obviously eating a lot of food in terms of quantity. And then the second way is, you are eating a lot of food in terms of calories. In the end, what really matters is how much calories or how many calories you are taking into your body. But some of us, there is a way that we're taking a lot of calories that we're not really aware of. Let me give an example. Think about people who eat maybe once or twice a day, right? Maybe they skip breakfast, rush off to work, and then maybe sometime during the middle of the day, they have brunch, right? Something in between, breakfast and lunch. And then when they get home, they also have another meal before they, go to bed. Now, some of these people are overweight or some are even obese, right? And they are wondering why. I eat only twice a day. The reason is because when it comes to, the amount of food you eat, it's not just about maybe those who eat like 5-6 times a day, heavy meals, all the time. But even those who eat maybe once or twice a day, sometimes when you look at what you eat within that time, maybe the brunch you have or what you have for dinner, it may not look like a lot on the plate, but in terms of the calories, it could be a lot. And that's one trap that a lot of people fall into. Take, for example, someone who maybe skips breakfast. Somewhere in the middle of the day, you decide, okay, you want to have fast food. You bring in the fries, you bring in the ketchup, you bring in the ice cream, and then you down everything with soda. For some people, they may have that and then have a small dinner. But when you add it up, these foods are things that are, calorie dense. They are things that have a lot of calories in them. And so even though you are eating, twice a day, or maybe even once a day, you might be exceeding your calorie limit. And it's very important for people to know this. So it's not just about, some say I eat just once a day, I eat twice a day. Why am I still overweight? It's not just about, the number of times you eat. It's really, really about the amount of calories you are taking in on a daily basis. The amount of calories you are taking in consistently. Now, we've looked at this. When we talk about, those that eat too much, we can also look at it from the point of view of, those who maybe per meal, the amount of calories they are eating is not so bad. It's still within acceptable range. But then because they eat it so often, you have some people who, they must always have something in their mouths. Their mouths must keep moving. So they're eating maybe 5-6 times a day. Those kinds of people, if they were eating the kind of food, even if you are eating healthy food and you are eating a lot of it, you are likely going to exceed your calorie limit and you're still going to be overweight or obese. So it's not just about, I'm eating healthy. It's also about how much of this are you eating. If you have someone who eats healthy, but maybe eating a lot of healthy food, maybe they're eating about 6 times a day, and each time they're eating, big meals, right? Or moderate meals. In fact, in the end, they may be exceeding the calorie limit that they have for that day. Now, guys, if you are wondering what I mean by calories, I may not be able to explain so much here, but, check my videos on calories. I have a video, 1 or 2 videos where I've talked and explained calories in great detail. So that is the number 1 mistake that people make. Now, the second mistake that, a lot of people make when it comes to wanting to lose weight is that they take in what we call liquid calories. Now, here's what I mean. Think of an apple. When you have an apple and you eat an apple, it tastes like an apple. You love the taste, right? But then you are not just taking in the juice in the apple. You are also eating fiber. You are eating the apple itself, sometimes with the skin and then with the fiber in it. And that can help you feel full. But now think of apple juice, maybe like the type that you buy commercially. In order to make apple juice, what is done is that they have to take a lot of apples and then get the juice, extract the juice out of it. Now, because you are drinking just the juice, it's very hard to keep a lid on the amount of calories that you are taking in. Because, if it's just the juice, you are drinking it. Before you realize it, you've taken about 1 liter before you feel full. Meanwhile, if you were eating the actual apple, you'll be taking in the juice inside, but you're also taking in the fiber, and the fiber will help you to feel fuller. But in order to make the juice, they have to use a lot of apples, and then you are taking in a lot of calories in liquid form. And that is a common trap when it comes to fruit juices, when it comes to even alcohol, right? People that take alcohol, it's also liquid calories, empty calories. And then before you realize it, you've taken maybe several bottles before you even feel full. By the way, alcohol is not something that you should be drinking until you feel full. If you are drinking it that way, then chances are, almost 100% you are taking in more calories through alcohol than you actually should be doing. So that's, one common trap that a lot of people fall into: liquid calories. Liquid calories are calories that don't have fiber, don't have, substance per se. So, we drink it in, and then by the time you are drinking maybe your favorite drink to the point where you feel satiated, then chances are you've taken in a lot of it, and chances are that you've taken in a lot of calories. So that's, a second trap that a lot of people fall into, drinking a lot of liquid calories. Now, the third reason why a lot of people, don't lose weight, this one is a bit unfortunate, right? Because sometimes it is beyond their control, and that is due to illness. People who are ill, people who have maybe some problem that may be causing a hormonal imbalance, like a thyroid problem. For instance, there's a condition that could affect the thyroid gland called hypothyroidism, and what happens in this is it slows down the metabolic rates of this person, and so many people who have it tend to be on the big side. They tend to be overweight, they tend to be obese. Now, because this is hormonal, even watching your diet or exercising may not really make much of a difference, with this. The types, gaining weight or maintaining your weight, or, being on the big side due to illness is something that, you need to see your doctor about. Even for those who have particular kinds of illnesses, when they want to, embark on, a weight loss journey, the advice is, speak to your healthcare provider, find out their opinion about this, because, sometimes it may be that, you can watch what you eat, you can, exercise, but it needs to be under your doctor's supervision. And then there may be some, exercise routines that your doctor may not want you to do because of the particular illness, that you may have. So it's very important for those who have chronic illnesses. It's very important for you to speak with your doctor. Illnesses like maybe diabetes or hypothyroidism, like I mentioned earlier. You need to speak with your doctor. And then some of these illnesses, like I said, can predispose you to being maybe obese or being overweight. Another thing, talking about this, since I'm talking about health, is also about, medication. Now, there are people who are on some medication that can increase their chances of being overweight or even obese. They talk about there are some meds, like for instance antihistamines. What they can do is, in as much as they are helping with, say, hay fever, but these antihistamines can also work to stimulate or increase your appetite. So you find yourself eating more. Because you're eating more, you're probably taking in more calories than you usually do, and then that can make you overweight or obese. And then there are also medications like some antidepressants, for instance, that one of the side effects is weight gain. So when we talk about illnesses, we talk about medication. This one's, unfortunately, it's unfortunate because it's, when we talk about illnesses, it's probably not the person's fault. If you fall under this category, it's very important for you to speak with your healthcare provider and find out work out a plan with them, to see if, there's something you can do to lose weight. And so we come to the fourth point on my list, and that is not working out or not exercising. Now, I like to say this. I say it when I talk about weight loss. Many people who are looking to lose weight may not, if all you're thinking about is weight loss. I mean, I like to think about things in a clear fashion, and one thing that helps me to do that is to segment. So if you are talking about weight loss, strictly weight loss, exercise for most people is not very important. Now, if you are talking about overall health, building muscle mass and having good definition, improving the cardiac health, then exercise is absolutely essential. In fact, I believe that every person who is able to, by that I mean those who don't have maybe debilitating illnesses, everybody who is in good health should work out, should exercise, because, and it's not just about weight loss, right? It's about being healthy. It's about, improving your health. But when we talk about weight loss strictly, most people may not need to exercise or may not need to do a lot of exercise. But that said, the fourth point which I'm making here is that some people may not lose weight if they don't exercise. This usually applies to people who maybe at some point they were obese and then they've been watching their diet and they've lost some weight, over months or years, but now it seems like they've hit a plateau, right? And they are not seeing any progress anymore. Everything seems to have stagnated. So maybe someone who was maybe 110 kilogram through watching their diet has come down to maybe 85 kilograms, but they've been under 85. Sometimes they go to 83, then they go to 86, just somewhere around there. What they may need to give their body the extra push to lose even more weight is exercise. Because when we exercise, right, first of all, it helps to increase metabolism, your body's metabolism, and then even exercise in and of itself burns calories. Now, when we exercise, we may not be burning as many calories as we think we are. Some people say that when we work out and we sweat, that the sweat is, fat crying. That's not true, right? But then the sweat can also be some form of evidence. You can take it as some form of evidence that, you are pushing the limits of your body. Now, the exercise that is really important, right, when it comes to losing weight is resistance exercises. Now, when I say resistance, it means you are pushing against something. And if the one that comes to mind readily is, lifting weights. Lifting weights is a very important form of, resistance exercise, and when done correctly, can help you to lose weight. Now, this brings me to the number 5 on my list, and that is you are not consistent. Now, this might be, if not the most important, then definitely one of the most important reasons why people don't lose weight. The lack of consistency. Let me explain it this way. Now, when you want to lose weight, it's very important for you to understand that it's a journey. A lot of people are looking for quick fixes. A lot of people just want to, think of a lady who is getting married and then suddenly she wants to lose maybe 10 kg in maybe 5 days, and then she starts doing drastic stuff. She's not eating, she's starving herself, she's working out morning, afternoon, night, all that is not necessary. And then that can even be harmful, in the long run. What's important when it comes to embarking on this journey to lose weight is being patient. And not just being patient, but being consistent. In fact, it's better to take baby steps consistently rather than, taking huge steps for the first 7 days and then, giving up and saying you don't want to do this anymore. It's too stressful, it's too tiring, it's too painful. It's very important to maintain some level of consistency. Now, I usually tell people that they need to be consistent with, number 1, their diet. Having 1 or 2 cheat meals. Now, a cheat meal is a meal where you can eat absolutely anything you want. Having 1 or 2 cheat meals each week is not really going to, derail you or derail your weight loss journey, right? It's not going to do that. It's not, the meal, you eating what you were not supposed to eat once that is going to ruin your weight loss plan, right? We can also think of it this way. It's not you eating healthy for just 1 day or 2 days or 1 week that is going to make such a massive difference in your weight loss journey. It is what you do repeatedly, what you do consistently. In fact, if you are able to eat healthy, eat clean, eat the right number of calories for your goal, if you're able to do that 80% of the time, that means 8 out of 10 meals you're able to do this, you are going to see results, I promise you. That is, for those who are healthy, who don't have any debilitating illnesses or chronic illnesses like I explained before that can, make it more difficult. For those who are healthy, if you are able to maintain a consistency level of about 80% when it comes to your diet, you are most likely going to see good results. And it's the consistency is also not just about your diet, but also about, exercise. Now, like I said, for a lot of people, if your goal, the goal you have in mind is just weight loss, you're not thinking of workouts to improve the health of my heart, or to build muscle mass or have better definition. If you are thinking just in terms of burning fat, losing weight, then exercise is secondary, right? Exercise comes below your diet, right? But then if you are someone who you don't just want to lose weight, but you also want to be healthy, you want to be in very good physical shape, then I would also recommend that you maintain some level of consistency with your exercise. Right now, what kinds of exercises should you be doing? Really, any type is quite good. If you are taking long walks, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, that really goes a long way. And then for those who want to take it a notch higher, working out by carrying out resistance trainings and lifting weights, building the different muscle compartments in your body can also help to burn calories and, even more importantly, improve your overall health. So consistency is very important, and consistency is a thing that a lot of people lack, because some people start the journey and then they are blazing the trail for like 1 week, and then after 1 week they get tired. Many times one of the reasons why it's not easy for a lot of people to be consistent is because they are doing things that are really hard on their bodies. You have those who embark on what we call a keto diet to lose weight. You have those who do severe diet restrictions. They don't want to eat carbs, they cut out their favorite meals completely. Those kinds of things, in the end, it's really, really difficult to sustain. You don't want to lose weight and be unhappy. The best place, the sweet spot is when you are able to lose weight and achieve your goals, and you are still able to eat things that make you happy. So you are happy and you are hitting your target. That is where you need to be, that sweet spot between pleasure and between attaining your goals. That is where you need to be. And in order to be there, what you really need to pay attention to is consistently eating right in terms of the amount of calories you are taking in, eating right also in terms of the kinds of foods. You make sure that you are eating the foods you like together with the ones that you probably don't like so much, but a healthy mix, so that you don't feel like you are shortchanging yourself, and so that you are able to come up with a plan that you can maintain for the rest of your life, because it's a journey that never ends. You have some people who embark on the journey, they lose weight, then they lose focus, and then they gain all the weight back. You don't want to be one of those. You want to come up with a plan that you can work on and that you can follow for the rest of your life, while enjoying the plan, enjoying the results as well, enjoying the food, enjoying the workout. You want to make sure you're enjoying it so that you can sustain it. Just think about your life. Anything you do not enjoy that you are doing, eventually you are probably going to stop doing it. But anything that you actually enjoy doing, even when it gets difficult, you are more motivated to continue with it. So guys, these are the 5 common reasons why a lot of people are struggling to lose weight, and I hope you've learned something from this. So if what I've said, you found it useful, what I want you to type in the comment section is "I will make changes." So just type it in the comment section. It will also help me to know that you got to the end of this video, and that this video was so interesting that you did not leave it halfway, but you got to the end. So just type "I will make changes." Alright guys, thank you for listening. If you liked what I had to say, I would like you to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment for me, and also share this video with the people who need this information. And until we meet again, my name is Tolu, and thank you for watching. Bye guys.